I heard Peter declare war, said someone in the hot springs pool. Everyone asks if Glory is okay. They also doubted the abilities of the new Glory boss. It was a waste of change. I was worried since Glory was bothering Peter. Even now he has not been found. Let's see, can Peter finish them all off? Choi Yin-chun. How come that bastard Peter knows how strong he is? So don't make the problem bigger and try to deal with him quickly. If you can't fight that old tiger, just give up quickly. And don't make us move. Choi Yin-chun answered, sorry, I thought narrowly. I will live according to my portion now. Because all this time, I have had to stay away from parents like you. I forgot my position. You should be the army chief of staff. How come it's more concentrated and leaves the military by itself? Do I look like a loser in your eyes? Damn old grandfather. I'll be looking forward to it, Peter. A masterpiece made by me against you. A masterpiece made by my father. I wonder who will win between the two of you if you meet. Something happened in the medical officer's room. A medical officer is being turned on his head by Sun-gu. Wait, please don't do that. The man fell to the floor. Then the man got up and spoke. He felt very relieved. Since when do young doctors learn like that? Sun-gu answered, it's nothing, it's part of my job. By the way, do you know the doctor named Nathaniel who is at this hospital? The man replied, it seems like this is the first time I've heard it. Then Sun-gu left after the man said he didn't know. I have to look for Nathaniel. But there is no one here named Nathaniel. Did he hide and threw away his name and all his identity and face? But what is clear is that there is a parcel Nathaniel's name somewhere in this hospital. In the end, it was just a matter of speed for us to find each other. Suddenly someone spoke from behind. What are you doing, Sun-gu? It turns out that the Dokdo brothers. Kawing gok mau se Jerapurji, you kap priyong de kursi roda. Sun-gu replies, isn't it the person with the sick leg who has to sit in a wheelchair who has to go? Don't think about small things. Sun-gu asks where Yuna is. He definitely can't come here. His level is still far below ours. The two people downstairs were talking loudly. While you were playing around, I checked the entire lobby. Good job, friend. Hey, wait, I think I found Peter. Crazy, it looks like this is the real thing. Is his face really similar? Hey brother, the hero's brother, right? I was a hero during the war in Vietnam. Grandpa can't be here. I'll get out quietly. The older brother said, let go, I'm here for treatment. I told you just follow me. A woman came and said, do you need a syringe? Sun-gu replies, what do you mean? Didn't you guys arrest that grandfather for that reason? No need, I already took it earlier. Sun-gu mutters, apparently the hunt for Peter has begun. It's really started. Everyone in the hospital has their blood samples taken. Wait for me to come here for treatment. I said let go. Suddenly someone nudged his shoulder. Which bastard doesn't walk with his eyes? I'm sorry, the woman said. Hey, Yuna, why are you here? It's not that you can't come because of your ranking 335. I just visited my sister who was here, Yuna replied. How come I just found out? Sorry, I have to go. Why is he? He must have been frightened by the charisma of the 333rd ranked killer. Sun-gu is thinking, why is Yuna here? Sun-gu hooked up with a blind woman. You think it's a good time to think about your junior? Sun-gu mutters, you blind woman, she's just like a ghost. Do you have a way to find Nathaniel? It seems you didn't get anything in the medic's room either. Sun-gu replied, I'm thinking about that. Well, Nathaniel and I are looking for each other. How to make Nathaniel appear without revealing my identity as Sun-gu. In front of Sun-gu there is a level B killer, former cemetery caretaker in Rio de Janeiro. Bastard, level D killers are incompetent at work. Soon you will die in my hands. Nice to meet you. I am Kim Sun-gu, Level D member of Glory. I will pass quietly. Looks like I've found a way to find Nathaniel. G1, I think it's time to use that. What should be so fast? I'll be in after this, so be prepared. Alright, I'll warm up after a long time. Sun-gu washed his hands, then not long after that, he put on gloves. Sun-gu opened the door of the room, where a subordinate of Nathaniel Shang was. Who is this person coming into my room? Please say quickly. I'm Kim Sun-gu, the Level D killer in charge of surgery today. Level D, you're the Glory killer from earlier. Just get out of here and look for Peter. Unfortunately, what I'm looking for is not him. Apostle Nathaniel, where is he now? Why would a Level D killer ask a respectable person like him? I really don't expect an answer from you. But there is only one reason for killer to ask about other people. The reason is to kill him. Coincidentally, I'm bored too. Someone ran in saying, Professor, there is something I want to talk about. What is it? It seems that you should see this. Isn't this CCTV footage? This is the operation room of the orthopedic section, on the 3rd floor. That room where a battle took place involving a Level B killer. As we saw on CCTV, men wearing surgical gowns dominated the battle. And in the end he won decisively. In just a matter of seconds he was able to overthrow a Level B killer. Then he walked out of the room, while took off the mask towards the CCTV camera. Nathaniel was truly surprised. Apparently he had really come. The Apostle Killer Peter. Where did he move after the fight? Nathaniel asked his subordinates. The matter is being checked by the security team, he replied. But apart from the video I'm showing you now, all CCTV footage in this building has been deleted at the same time. We can't stop it with our abilities. It seemed Sangdo's expression was full of hope. It looks the same as me. I never thought that Peter was now in front of me. I think I'm so excited I can't hold it in. Grayson, Carter, Sawyer, and Robert were all waiting for his arrival with the same intention. I've sorted out the VIP, of course you won't like it, Peter. I want to strip you straight away. It's great, isn't it? This is what I made. It's really extraordinary. Mr. Kim said that from the wrinkles to the expressions they were exactly the same. Because we've thrown bait, soon Nathaniel will show himself, said Sun-gu. Ji-won replied, he must be surprised, right? Because you easily killed the person he assigned. I'm really curious about that bastard's expression. Then what will you do now? Now that I've thrown the bait, the hunter has to hide in ambush. Yuna was seen sitting alone. It appeared that he was thinking about something. It turned out he was thinking about the professor, who wanted to meet him. Via Apostle's short message, Nathaniel wants to meet Yuna. It's strange that a position as high as him wants to meet Yuna. What happened at that time? That Apostle Nathaniel wanted to discuss. Yuna said to herself, I'd better not meet anyone yet. Because if this happens, it's not just me who is in danger, but my friends too. Especially Kim Sun-gu. Why can't you meet me? Said Yuna suddenly from behind. Yuna was surprised. You think I'm a ghost? My mother told me to go home, so I'll go first, answered Yuna, changing the conversation. Sun-gu replies, stop talking nonsense and sit down. Level D killer Kim Sun-gu came to eat. Then just eat alone. I couldn't go wrong ordering this chicken in half. From the shop, the portion is 2 portions. Basically, just accompany me to eat. Because I arrived earlier than the agreement. Agreement? What promise? With whom? Yuna answered. Yuna muttered, if the 2 of us were caught together, it could be in danger. No, I have to reject it anyway. Then Yuna said, I don't want to eat with you, so go away. Don't you think you have to take down the chicken box? If you want it like that, I'll leave after eating 1 more piece. It's up to you. He said 1 more piece. I'm currently eating 1 piece of each piece. So clever you answer. So what are you waiting for? You could get hurt if you find out. Just eat the chicken. I've finished the chicken. Just answer. Don't be long-winded. Yuna asked once again. What is your real reason for being at the veterinary hospital? I know it must be hard to believe. I was on Pao Choin's side at that time. I already knew you were related to that grandfather. I really can't help you find that grandfather. But there is one thing I can say clearly. Sorry, Kim Sun-gu, that grandfather was shot while protecting me. Kim Sun-gu answered, I'm looking for someone. Yuna asked back, who are you looking for? Actually, I don't want to involve you in this. But if you come to the hospital because of that, you will definitely have seen him, even if only once. Apostle Nathaniel, do you know him? Don't say you don't know. Yuna, who is a level D killer, didn't participate in the hunt for Peter this time, which means she was the one who called you. Not like that, stupid. This person is not Nathaniel. Suddenly someone called Yuna. Yuna, how can you usually wander around in a place like this without a companion? You already said that the man was already here. Even though I told you to stay in the meeting room. Sun-gu muttered, finally showing his face. Why are you silent and not answering? Who the hell is this guy? Yuna said to herself with fear, no, if they meet now, they will definitely fight. But unexpectedly, Sun-gu greeted him and said, good afternoon, Professor. I'm Kim Sun-gu, the level D killer who took part in this operation. I never thought I would see an apostle in my lifetime. And that to a respectable person. I'm sure I would have cut off Peter's head. Trust me, Professor. Nathaniel didn't respond to Sun-gu. He just glared. Nathaniel even asked Yuna to talk. Yuna, come to my room after seeing the patient. I will send someone to guide you. See you later. They went to examine the patient. Apostle Nathaniel, I thought so. He's not just anyone. While Nathaniel was walking, someone called him. Professor, regarding the people who arrested Mr. Sangdo. The teacher at the veterinary school said that. The children were just lucky. I'll just judge the matter. What about the profile I ordered? The servant gave the file to Nathaniel. When I was about to receive the file, it suddenly fell to the floor. Nathaniel thought his hands were slippery. But in Nathaniel's heart, he thought that was the cause when he shook hands with the level D killer earlier. His hands looked scratched. By the way, who was the man who shook hands with me earlier? Nathaniel asked his servant. The man's name is Kim Sun-gu. Even though initially I wanted him to work here. But it seems like he would be a good sample. In the park, Sun-gu is seen playing chess with the children there. Then there was a call from Jiwon. At this time, Nathaniel just opened his eyes wide and only looked for Peter. You should have quickly gotten out of there. But did you accept his request as his escort? You should have quickly gotten out of there, but what? You accepted his request as his companion. Sun-gu replies, why, isn't this interesting? Peter is back. But I won't be found. This old grandfather is crazy. What's interesting? I knew it would turn out like this. Come out quickly. If you get caught, everyone will die. Then Jiwon hung up the phone. Accompaniment, yes. Later I also know what will happen. Not long after Jiwon hung up the phone, Peter went to accept Nathaniel's offer as his best man. This is a key card that can let you into any room in this hospital. Apparently level D can also work. Initially the professor did not want to recruit an accompanist. Nothing is difficult, but remember 3 things when serving him. First, don't open your mouth before you receive the question. Second, don't question what the professor does. Lastly, don't reject his gifts. What is a gift? In Sun-gu's heart asked. Why is he so tense? Let's go in. They are in front. Because he doesn't like to wait. Professor, I will accompany Kim Sun-gu according to your orders. Nathaniel said, thank God, you arrived without being late. Come on, let's visit the patients. These bloodthirsty foreigners did not include Glory members. Or loyalists to Glory. They are people who live to follow the king. What about Peter? I have processed according to your instructions. We have closed all entrances and exits. We are announcing this to all visitors. Because currently there is a leak of stored virus samples. Everything is expected to remain in place until quarantine. And disinfection is complete. How does the DNA compare? Blood sampling for Peter's age has been completed. And it will take 48 hours to find out the results. Maybe he can't get out of this honorary hospital yet. Even though Peter is good at using disguises, he won't be able to hide his DNA. Then he also couldn't escape from this hospital. Until now, he is still trapped like a mouse in a trap. It was only a matter of time until he was caught. Sun Gu beside him muttered, I already understand your plan very well. But it seems like Nathaniel is not someone who is easy to deal with. Then, Sun Gu was invited by Nathaniel to visit the patient. Sun Gu visits a child patient whose legs can't walk, but doesn't want surgery, but Nathaniel persuades him. Sun Gu thinks that Nathaniel has a special purpose in recruiting him. Nathaniel said to Sun Gu, Are you disappointed? I didn't show the figure of an apostle. I didn't tell you anything after I called. You look really disappointed. Now follow me, there is something I want to show you. This place doesn't even have charts and maps in this hospital. I can't tell what floor I'm on, where these stairs will end, and what's at the end of this road. We just continued going down in silence. What Nathaniel wanted to show me. After reaching the end, Nathaniel opened a secret door. Sun Gu was surprised to see the person in front of his eyes. This is the place where my dreams come true, said Nathaniel to Sun Gu. Are you interested in biology? I only know the basics, replied Sun Gu. Basic knowledge, yes, it will definitely be easy to discuss it. According to Charles Darwin, all living things evolved through natural selection. He said that because evolution was born by chance, there was no reason to determine superiority and inferiority. But Darwin had misjudged it. Evolution was not selected by natural gods or chance. That evolution, I was the one who chose it. Destroy the weak and cultivate the strong. Instead of doing crazy things, like saving sick and weak people in a forceful way. Doesn't a medical procedure like this look more real? So Kim Sun Gu, the reason for observing you is. But suddenly after the conversation was not finished, there was an emergency warning. One of Nathaniel's test results ran away and endangered the people around him. The security team tried to stop him, but unfortunately the test subjects could not be controlled. The security team was defeated. He ran at high speed. He wanted to go upstairs before the gate closed, but the momentary surprise almost reached the door. Nathaniel's strong punch hit the wall until it went out of the room, landed right on the head of the precise test subject, without missing the slightest. Nathaniel said, even though he was still discussing very important things, test subjects like this should not be annoying. Sun Gu was surprised to see Nathaniel's strength so strong. Sorry, should we discuss the conclusion again? I mean that I like strong people. So I have slashed, torn and skinned the tendons and cells of even the strongest people with my own hands. There is a power that I really want to surpass. Sun Gu, I see the opportunity in you. It's rare for people to have great strength at a young age. Like you. I want to see the results of my evolution through you. Aren't you already pounding just imagining it? How strong you will be after evolving. Where does my gift come from? I can make you a level a killer. I will be able to make you the strongest level of apostle level. Sun Gu finally left the place and had not accepted Nathaniel's offer. Sun Gu talks to Ji-won through an eavesdropping microphone. It turns out his power is very dangerous. Really. I never thought he could destroy walls with his bare hands. It gave me goosebumps. No, what surprised me was he could detect the person outside the wall, then grabbed him with perfect timing and crushed his skull. Senior, you don't want to stop and just get out. No, how could I possibly stop? I'm so curious about the source of his power. That's right, who can stop a stubborn old grandfather? So what will you do now that the Hilderly's test results and your own are being analyzed? It's only a matter of time until you're caught with the DNA analysis results. I still have other ways. I plan to change the test results. Because 48 hours had passed. The test results committee was in his room. You want to steal things from that bastard's room. How do you get in? Of course, with this card. You are crazy, Senior. What if you are discovered later? That's not possible, because I have enough time. The current time is January 2nd. It is past 53 minutes. By following Nathaniel everywhere, I confirmed how much time Nathaniel needed. The time I can get is about 4 minutes 30 seconds. He was still trying to find the document. Elsewhere, Nathaniel asked his service about the results of the DNA test of the Hilderly. But the waiter said none of them matched Peter's DNA. All the DNA test results of the Hilderly have been compared, but there is no DNA match with Peter. Then, after asking about DNA, Nathaniel returned to the private room. Surprising thing, after arriving at his room, he saw the river was in the room. What is your reason? A level D killer like you entered my room without permission. You know, this is my private room. Sun Gu is surprised, because Nathaniel usually still visits patients. For the past 2 days, Nathaniel has always visited patients at the same time. There should still be 2 minutes and 30 seconds until the visit time ends. I need an explanation. Why are you here? Why is he back now? Maybe he showed me on purpose. What is the bounty offering? And proudly displays its hidden secrets underground. Actually, it was bait to make me believe that I was playing with him. In fact, from the start he suspected me. Nathaniel spoke again. Why didn't you answer him? But Sun Gu is still silent again and had not answered. And finally he answered, I came to hand this over. What does it contain? I don't know either. Dr. Hong told him to hand this over to you directly. Then I'll say goodbye first. But Nathaniel stopped in his tracks and said, wait. For people who don't know the contents of this document, it seems like you have looked too deeply into it. You really want to know about the blood samples of the elderly. What points made you curious about this document? What did you really want to see that made you sneak into my room? If you can't answer it, then there is only one answer. Words, facial behavior, and expressions may lie to you. But do you know what things can never lie to you? Sun Gu interrupted Nathaniel's conversation. It was DNA. Peter still hasn't been caught. Which means it's possible that this time Peter won't appear with the old grandfather appearance that we remember. That's why I'm trying to find out if anyone has had plastic surgery or transformation recently. I compared it to this chart, but I don't see anyone like that. I thought about trying to look for it one more time. I'm sorry, Professor. I have gone too far. It seems my desire to catch Peter made me go too far. I should have asked the professor for permission first. I'm really sorry, Professor. Sun Gu said to himself that I will take advantage of the professor's suspicion. The professor then spoke. Raise your head. The professor hit Sun Gu's head with his finger. What you did was good. Working hard is good, but why do you have to maintain your dignity as a member of Glory? Go there? Sun Gu answered it. Thank you, Professor. I'll go first. Nathaniel was suspicious of his head, so he suspected Sun Gu. But what he found was that his skin was genuine. Sun Gu left the place and he is still safe. It's not fake skin or makeup, it's really the skin of a teenager. Then Peter isn't Kim Sun Gu, said Nathaniel in his heart. Peter, where exactly are you hiding? Back to a few years ago. King of Mexico's underground fighting arena. Carter Pogman the slasher deadly kick skills. He was declared the man with the strongest legs in the world. Nathaniel came to challenge him. Without much difficulty, Nathaniel cut off his leg. Even the world champion with the strongest leg kick was helpless in front of Nathaniel. Then the strongest boxing champion in the world. He was helpless in front of Nathaniel. There is another strongest gang in the world. They were completely destroyed by Nathaniel. I have searched and paralyzed all the strongest people in the world, but why? I can't get past Peter. You and all the people I've killed up to now. Every time you open your mouth, it's always just Peter. I've had enough. Who really is Peter? How can I meet him? Answer me, damn Peter. How can I meet him? Why can't I meet you, Peter? So I can become the strongest man in the world. It seems like I really have to meet you, Peter. Where are you really? The person who last saw you will know. Not long after, the waiter entered the professor's room. Without further ado, the professor told the servant to call the child. Elsewhere, Yuna's friends are gathering. Let Yuna try and quickly say again what the real reason is for you to be here. How could a D-level killer with a rating of 335 come to a dangerous mission like this? Yuna answered, come on, I must have come for a reason. And if your concept is of patience, at least do it properly, you idiot. The last time I saw you enter Nathaniel's room, does he assign important tasks just to you? These stupid people, even they don't know anything. Suddenly someone called Yuna. You immediately go to the professor, don't ask anything else. Yuna looked very worried about the order to meet Nathaniel. Actually, what was planned? Is it because of Peter? After arriving in her room, Yuna was immediately asked, Yuna, it seems like you are the first person to survive. Even an apostle like me will find it difficult. How can you survive? I thought this was just Peter's trick. At Mr. Sangdo's time, and you were the only one who survived at that time. You're just using a knife and there's nothing special about it. Yuna muttered, this will all be fine, just pretend not to know. Until the end. Is that a miracle? No, I'm an apostle who makes his hypothesis. From hiding Pao Choin to Pak Sangdo, Peter will always help you. Maybe you made some kind of deal with Peter when you were in kindergarten. All I know is you're just a needy little girl. What did you give Peter? Is it possible that you are now a two-way spy? I know very well you have no other choice. Because no matter what, you won't let your sister die. I heard that your sister Eugene has been suffering from hemophilia for a long time. It is even difficult to survive for the next 3 years because of complications. It's a shame even though he's still small. However, I can save your sister. Honorary Hospital is developing a serum injection. COSTING for 0.5 billion. With just one injection, it will be like he was reborn. At this point, Yuna, who is clever, will definitely understand. Right. Who should you side with? Yuna finally said, what can I do? On the next 24th, Peter said he would see me that day. If he asks for your help in any form, just tell him what you know. However, tell him to come to the tower hospital lobby on the 24th at 2 p.m. You just need to do a simple thing, be bait for me. For 0.5 billion is impossible to get within 3 years. But with this you will save your sister and get Peter. This benefits both parties. I will first give you a place to stay in this hospital with this prescription treatment. Yuna said, what treatment? Yuna's hand was broken by Peter. And the ladder was broken. That's what Nathaniel meant. He could be treated in hospital. Because healthy people can't stay overnight. Yuna cried with pain. Nathaniel said again, if you want to refuse my offer, you definitely know who will receive the next prescription for treatment. Then see you again at the patient visit. Did Nathaniel know that the one who helped me all this time was Sun Gu? Then me, Eugene, and Sun Gu will be killed all at once. But if I obey his orders, I can save Eugene. So actually, what should I do? After that, someone knocked on Yuna's door. It turns out Sungu came in, it's time for the injection. He smiled. Yuna said loudly, you are crazy, why are you here? Coincidentally, it's time for it to start showing. Yuna answered, why do you have to watch it in my room? Just consider this a reward because I saved your life. Coincidentally, I will also watch the Dano Janks Assyrian program at 2 p.m. Yuna said again angrily, put it back and get out quickly. Why are you trying to throw me out? Is it because of Nathaniel? You want to die, yes. Say his name carelessly. By the way, I'm your teacher, you know. But I don't remember breaking your hand. Try to tell me who did this to you. Yuna was confused about to answer. Kim Sun-gu, what are you going to do on the 24th? The 24th, so what? I have something to say to you? Then just say it now. Can't do it now. Go to the clock tower on the 24th at 2 p.m. And stop asking, just meet me there. You have to come understand. Well, I must have come. Yujin, this is the right decision, right? Yuna said to herself. There's nothing I can do but this. And then the time came on the 24th. All look forward to his arrival. Especially the apostille Nathaniel. And his army were ready to wait for his arrival. The day Peter promised to see the apostille Nathaniel. Yuna uses a headset to communicate with Nathaniel. Yuna was immediately asked where Peter is now. Yuna answered him. She is now walking towards the location told by you. And the time has come. Which is 2 o'clock in the afternoon and the time has come. Which is 2 o'clock in the afternoon has sounded. Come quickly, Peter.